God knows.
I don't know if it was that a different box.
They still die. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And as you can see on the title, it says that the Lord gave no man license to sin, but Esau pushes it, basically, okay, or he promotes it. All right, he promotes sin because he is the son of perdition, all right, which that goes into destruction, all right. It's a twofold thing. Him destroying the people, and also he's going to be destroyed at some point too as well. Okay, the Lord has a set time for this man to be completely wiped out. All right, but while he's here on earth, can you get that scripture where it says that he's here to take peace from the earth, the red horse? All right, he's assigned to do these things. Okay, and it's just not through carnal warfare. All right, that's one of the things he does, and that's how he destroys people, right, through carnal warfare. But he does what? He pushes that philosophy out there, all right, that wine, as it talks about in Revelation, all right, that basically that Babylon wine, that Babylon juice, okay, and that pollutes the people's minds, man, okay, and that leads them to what? A death style rather than a lifestyle. Okay, he promotes sin. Okay. But see, Yahweh Shema Shai gave no man license to sin. All right.
Yeah, what he does, because it's basically he has also the power to deceive, right? Deception. But with that deception, he give you a few right directions. You know what I'm saying? Because it says that he was like that subtle, the most subtle, beast. You know what I'm saying? Because he's crafty like that. To where, he gonna give you some truths, because if he gave you just all lies, then you would know, like, oh, well, no, come on now, that's wicked, But he'll throw in some truths. He'll throw in some good tenets, all right, to fool you, to where you think, oh, it's good, But nope, you know what I'm saying? It's ultimately lies. Like I always say, if there was a one route to a destination, it was just one. Only one route to a particular destination, and let's say that destination was salvation and life everlasting. If you don't have all 100% of the correct directions, then you don't get to your destination. But again, he'll give you a few hang a left right there, and then go down 4 blocks, and then make a right. Well, that was right. But then when he gave you that one little, go left when it was a right, or right when it was a left, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't get to that destination. And so this man was set up to be the opposite of the righteous, all right? The opposite of the godly. He is the sinner, the man of sin.
Let me get this real quick. This is Sirach chapter 33. I'm gonna start at 10. Main point is in 13 and 14. This is Sirach 33 and 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord had divided them and made their ways diverse. All right, showing that the nations, all nations are different. Okay?
Yeah, they have different ways, different customs, different heritages, different ways that they live on the earth. All right, and it was only one of those nations that was given the way of life, the way of righteousness. All right, all other nations have basically death styles, because their ways always end in a downfall and death. Yep.
Verse 12. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set them near himself. And that's talking about the Israelites, okay? And we're the special chosen people that are close to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right?
I got that.
Oh, okay, Con, if you can get that.
Let's do Deuteronomy 7:6.
Speak up, Ak.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy Most High God.
It said a holy people, and that word holy means separate. And we're separate from all these other nations. As the Elder Yak just said, these heathens, their customs and way of life, which is not really a way of life.
Right.
It's really a way of death. All their, like I said, customs lead to a death style. But see, the Israelites, their ways, okay, and customs lead to a lifestyle, because we have what? The commandments of life. I think as the scriptures say. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how it's worded. Okay? Is there more to that?
Yeah. The Lord Yahweh, thy most high power God, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So yeah, we better than everybody upon the face of the earth. The Lord chose us. He didn't choose these other nations because their ways will never line up with being righteous. They always got to do wickedness. Like you go to some of these Chinese restaurants, you go in the back of the alley, you might see a dead fucking cat skinned up. People been finding that shit. You know, this, like you ain't supposed to be eating that. That's wickedness. But this is the ways of these heathens, man. They eat things, they do things that you're not supposed to do. They promote wickedness, they promote homosexuality, which is vile affections. You know, legion of demons on these people. You know, that's just full of wickedness, man.
I got it. Is it quick? Let me finish this then. This is Sirach 33:12. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and said near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out their places. And that's Esau. He's the cursed people of the Lord. It tells you that in the book of Isaiah, I think the 34th chapter. This is the Lord's cursed people. All right?
Yeah, because he basically made them ultimately to destroy them.
Yep.
Right? They had a use, right? And then once their use is up, you discard it.
That's right. Verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him.
So it's talking about man.
Yep.
So what? Matter of fact, keep going.
And it says, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best.
To render unto them, to render unto men, to render unto the nations how they would be, what ways they would have. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. Good is set against evil.
Good man is set against evil man.
Yep. And life against death.
Because the good man ways leads to life. The bad man ways leads to death.
Yep. So is the godly against the sinner.
He made a people to be the godly. We read in the Bible. He made a people to be the godly.
So is the godly against the sinner.
And he made another people to be the opposite of that. The man of sin. A sinner. All right? One who transgresses righteousness. One who is totally contrary to the Most High and the Most High's ways. What the Most High called righteousness. That's why when Jacob and Esau were born, there was a battle in the womb. All right? From the womb, those two opposing forces was battling. The godly and the sinner.
And it says, so is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another. All right, yep, one against another, man. All right, hey, you got Jacob, which is the godly, all right, and you got Esau, which is the sinner, man. Hey, you got the men of life and versus the men of death. That's basically, you know.
And the Creator, the Father, He has given the earth into in the hands of the sinner, in the hands of the wicked. They're in power right now. All right, and the Most High gave it to them. All right, for a purpose and for a time. All right, and that time is almost up. So, bro's got a few scriptures.
This is Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Yep. So the Lord loves a particular people and He hates a particular people. Okay, which the church doesn't like to bring out, because what do they promote? That God loves everybody.
That's right.
And who's running the churches, man? Esau, man. You think he wants to push scriptures like that out? You know?
It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
Yeah, so is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Of course not. Because look, He wanted to make somebody good and somebody bad.
It says, look at the works of the Most High. There are 2 and 2. That's the wisdom of the Most High God, man. All right? And it says that He loved Jacob because Jacob was the godly. And then He hated Esau because Esau was the sinner. All right? He hates sin. He loves righteousness. All right? Justice, judgment. All right? Go ahead.
It says, for ye say to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
Because this is his movie, man. And we just the clay. We're the characters. Right? Here, verse 21.
It says, verse 21. It says, has not the potter power over the clay?
There go
the
that
same
potter.
lump?
There go the potter again. That the brother just read in that Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. Right? The Most High is the potter, and he rendered unto the lump, unto the clay, unto the people, all right, as liking him best. So read it from 21 again.
It says, has not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Don't the Most High have that power to make one vessel unto honor, all right, the godly, and then one vessel unto dishonor, the sinner, who he made to be that way? Couple precepts.
I
Go ahead,
got
brother.
one. Well, it's like he said, and this is from the beginning right here, you know. Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
There are 2 nations,
And-
two different type of people. Okay? And the Lord can do that.
Yes.
He can do that because you'll have some people, they'll make the argument, well, they came from the same man. How, how are they different? Because the Lord wanted it, that's why.
Yeah, he's the Most High God, man. It says he has done whatsoever he hath pleased. And he's all righteous. All right, go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Ooh,
Right,
just
man.
real quick, it says 2 manner of people. I'm gonna just get the definition real quick, if I can, if this thing stop buffering. Okay, there we go. All right, manner. 2 manner of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manner. This is the regular definition of manner. A way of doing, being done or happening, mode of action, the prevailing customs, ways of living, and habits of a people.
Wow.
You see, 2 manners were in the same 2 nations, all right, that had 2 separate different manners, 2 separate different customs, 2 separate different ways of living.
And it said one is availing.
Right, the prevailing
The
customs.
prevailing customs. That's go all the way back to Adam.
Yep.
You get that comes right down to Jacob, man, and Esau, man.
Mhm.
Jake has we have the prevailing ways of life, man, because we have the Lord, man.
That's it.
All right. If it's contrary to that, then it's gonna bring forth this death which you see on the earth, man.
Right, the Most High said, "Hey, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways." You got that or something?
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a few more.
I just
you know.
wanted to finish this one off.
Yeah, we got you. We
Okay.
got you.
Oh, okay.
Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say now because even with that itself, I knew some twins. One of them wasn't as bad as the other. Like he was just a school kid going in. The other twin was a killer out here doing some bullshit in the streets. You know. So it's the Lord sometimes will just do that in general, man. He do what he wants. Some motherfucker will be bad, motherfucker don't have to be. Just because they twins, they don't have to act the fucking same, man. No, they was identical. But one was just
Fraternity in the spirit.
oh, and then the twin who wasn't doing shit, I think he got popped because of the fucking twin that was out here doing the shit.
I done had that happen.
That's fucked.
He got his brother killed
Yeah.
because he was the one on the bullshit though. You know?
Yep. But like I was saying, the Most High said, His ways are not your ways. All right, His thoughts are not your thoughts. And those ways that He said is higher. He said, as the earth, heavens is higher than the earth, so are my ways than your ways. And He gave those higher ways to His special chosen children, the Israelites. And that's why He said, hey, if you do these, then you're going to be above all nations, higher than all nations, because you have the higher way. All right? But go ahead and then you finish yours.
This is Isaiah 55 and 8. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater.
See, the Most High's will is being done. No one else's. Every day the Most High's will is done. Every second. All right, but go ahead, brother.
I just want to close that out. This Genesis 25 and 23, and it says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Exactly. One people are going to be stronger than the other. All right? And I'll say this. Jacob is stronger, first and foremost, spiritually, okay? Mentally, physically. All right? And we're better than these people in every category. All right? You know? And it is what it is. And look, I'll say this. Hey, we're definitely stronger than them spiritually and mentally because, look, I'll say this. Our ways require what? Discipline.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Which that takes a lot of strength, man, for you to hold back on your, to go after your lusts and desires, man. You see, Esau, he tells you, hey, go for it, man. Or what is it? Obey your thirst.
Yeah, do as thou wilt.
Yep.
You know, get you a bucket list and fulfill all the basically your fleshly desires and lusts. All right, do it all. Have no regrets. All right, this is how, what they do, man. See, but right. See, but our discipline is life, man.
Yep.
Immortality. That's our discipline. All right, when people, I ask this brother, what's his discipline? He'll say boxing. I ask any jujitsu bros up in here? Okay. Whatever, And guess what? Each of those disciplines comes with certain rules and regulations. Our discipline comes with rules and regulations. It's the law, statutes, and commandments, the do's and don'ts of the Most High God. And that's the way that he gave to us, the Israelites. See, but right now, we are trapped in these chains of darkness. We had to experience this. It was all for our learning. Because ultimately, we're going to rule over nations that's still in flesh that's susceptible to sin. So we had to go through that,
This is Sirach 19:19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
The fruit of the tree of immortality. If you're doing the things that please the Most High God, all right, man, which is straight up obedience to his way, all right, man, then you live forever.
He give you that mental fortitude, man. That's like mental toughness. That's been the Lord's been trying to bring mental fortitude in Jake from the beginning, man. That's what our nation consists of. That's how we live, through mental fortitude and courage and believing in the Lord, man, and his way. We don't look at the condition we're in as a people. No other nation could go through what we're going through right now. Well, they would have been destroyed. They would have been bugged out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're not mental. They don't have the mental fortitude. They're not the people of the Lord. We've been through multiple captivities. This ain't the first one. You see, and we still multiply. It's still abundance of our people on the earth. That's a lot of that's power, man.
That's right.
It's
back in Sirach 19:20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Yeah, that's all wisdom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The fear of the Lord. That's true wisdom right there. All right? Because the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
It's the same chapter.
Okay? We'll keep
It
going.
says, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency.
Exactly. So, I'll say this. It's not just being a hearer only, but a doer as well, as it says in the book of James, all right? Apply the wisdom that's that's written, man.
Yep.
Okay? Apply that to your life. You'll
Yep.
find life.
Yep. And here it is, because we are trapped in this flesh, then it's a fight. It's a war. You know what I'm saying? It's a war between. That's why the Apostle Paul was saying, hey, when I would find another law in my members warring against the law of my mind. You see, it's a fight, a good fight of faith. See, majority of our people, they're not fighting. They're wholly given over unto the flesh, unto this present evil world and their wills, their desires, But the Bible tells us to rend our heart and not our garments. Our garments is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The higher ways that the Most High gave to us, his special chosen children. Real quick, could you hit that, what you just hit again, from where you started at?
It says Sirach 19:19. And it says, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that
Which,
do
which Esau's contrary to the
Mm-hmm.
doctrine of life.
That's it.
You know, he loves death, man.
Yep.
You know, and he gives in this world, for lack of words, he gives men license to sin.
Yeah.
He elevates you if you sin.
Yep.
Oh, if you're a man and you want to wear a dress and paint your nails, cool. It will give you a special on Jimmy Fallon right now.
Right. It's just like, hey, you obey the Most High God, then you're gonna get rewarded. You obey the wicked that's in power, and they're gonna reward you with their rewards. You know what I'm saying? But start from 19 again. I guess.
Sirach 19 and 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
You see, that's the doctrine of life. The Most High, He lives eternally, forever. He never died, ever. All right. So that higher way will allow you to do the same thing here on the earth, but He's going to do that once in the kingdom of heaven. He's going to change the Israelites' vile body to be fashioned like unto Yahushua's glorious body. You know,
Right.
But we're going to have those same way. Read it again.
It says, verse 19, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
And He's going to put that into our inward parts.
Right.
See, but right now, we're not keeping it 100%. Real quick, this is Baruch chapter 3, verse 10. It says, how happeneth it Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land, these heathen nations, thou art waxen old in a strange country, and thou art defiled with the dead. You're defiled with these heathen nations, heathenistic ways, which leads to death. So you're defiled with the dead. Verse 11, it says that thou art counted with them that go down to the grave. See, we're counted, if you're about the heathenistic ways, then you're counted as a heathen, right? It says, verse 12, thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Which leads to life. So we forsook that, so now we die. That's why it says, hey, all of you are children of the Most High. You are God's, but ye shall die like men. All right? We die like men because we have forsaken the fountain of wisdom and roll with the ways of these heathen nations. It says, verse 13, for if thou hadst walked in the way of God, thou should have dwelled in peace forever. He said, learn where is wisdom, where is strength, where is understanding, that thou mayest know also where is length of days and life. Where is the light of the eyes and peace? It says, who have found out her place? Or who have come into her treasures? All right, of the wisdom of the Most High God. It says, where are the princes of the heathen become? And such as rule the beast upon the earth. They had their pastime with the fowls of the air, and they that hoarded up silver and gold, wherein men trust, and made no end of their getting. For they that have wrought in silver and were so careful, and whose works are unsearchable, they are vanished and gone down to the grave, and others are come up in their stead. So here it is, these heathen nations, all right, that's in power right now, guess what? They still die. They haven't found out how to live forever. They haven't found out the way of the Most High God. But that's the way that He's given to us. So it's time right now, high time, to rehearse that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got one for you.
Yep.
Real quick. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 45. And Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel. And he said unto them, set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which he shall command your children to observe to do all the words of this law, for it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life. And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land whither ye go over Jordan to possess it. These laws is life, man.
It's like,
That's right. I got a quick one for that. Sirach 17 and 11. So, it says, besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for a heritage.
see, that's our heritage, man. That's our prevailing customs. All right? The laws, that the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations of how to live on this earth that come from the Most High God, the Creator.
That's right. I have a quick one right here. This is Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night,
It says,
doubt.
it says meditate day and night.
Yep.
This should be on your mind 24/7, literally, man.
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
And that's why the scriptures talk about where your heart is, where
Yep.
your mind is. Oh, I mean, where your treasure is,
Yeah.
there will your mind or your heart be also.
You treasure
See,
what you think about it.
right. If you deem this present evil world a treasure, in anything in it, like I always say, Snoop Dogg, his mind is on his money. And his money is on his mind. You know what I'm saying? See, but this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Yahweh Shai, and salvation, all right, and the kingdom of heaven, that's on our mind. That's what we deem a treasure.
Yep.
So that's what's on our mind. And we're trying to attain salvation, all right, in the kingdom of heaven. So that's what's on our mind. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say that requires discipline, though, man.
Yes.
If a brother real quick can get that wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17, man, and then from there, from like restart at like 17 and go to like about 21.
Can I finish this out?
Yeah.
That thou, I'm gonna read it again. This is from Joshua 1:8. This book of this law should not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. You're gonna have good success, man. This is the success you only want to have, is having the book of life written in you, you know. But it says in Isaiah 8:20, to this law and to this testimony, if you speak not according to this word, there is no light in you. So it's no light in these people that speak against this. Crazy Snoop Dogg get mentioned again. We talked about him in class. No, this is the spirit though. This is showing you where these niggas' heads at, man. You know, on smoking blunts, getting high, where they money at, where they heart at, what their desire is, all in this fucking world, man. But they ain't desiring the truth, desiring Yahweh Shem Yahushua coming back to the life. Because this is the only life that gonna get you to the kingdom. Ain't nothing else can get you to the kingdom. You gotta walk this straight path. If you ain't walking this straight path, you gonna be destroyed. Cause like it says, water on the on one side and fire on the other side. It's only one path to get there. If you ain't going through that needle through the haystack, you ain't going through the truth, man.
It's gonna be a rough path. It's not easy, man. You're gonna deal with. What does it say in the book of Acts? You're gonna have to go through much trials and tribulation. All right, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's not gonna be an easy ride. It's gonna be bumpy, man, at times.
Hey,
Okay?
if you really trying to be disciplined, sometimes you're gonna feel like you're going out of your fucking mind. That's how much discipline. That's a high level of discipline, man. When you get to that point, you're like, I'm about to lose my mind. But that's the Lord talked about that. He said you're gonna feel like you're gonna lose your mind, man. But this all comes with becoming disciplined. Because what does discipline go back to? The word disciple. That's what we're trying to become. We're trying to be disciples of Yahweh Shai. Disciple requires discipline. That's the whole root word of the beginning of the word, man.
Right.
The
You
real
know.
GD.
God's
Disciples.
Yeah.
That's the real talk, man. Not no bullshit, man. Like these people be thinking, man. This is the real truth, man. We literally following the Most High power of God, man. We ain't following this world. This world gonna get you destroyed if you ain't coming to this. I mean, look at these people now, man. They bugging out. They pushing and saying and talking about the MOTV and telling you how they about to control your money. And people still full of lust, still full of wickedness.
You see, these people don't care because as we read in class, and then Isaiah was at 30? And in Isaiah 30 it says what? Did they go down to Egypt for help so they can what? Add sin to sin. Because when you sin, man, you're basically pleasing your flesh. It feels good, man.
Right.
It feels good. All right? So that's why they don't care about it. They're like, well, shit, yeah, he's going to come out with this, but you know what? I can fuck somebody else's wife. I can, fucking pop a pill. You know what I'm saying? I can, still worship a damn statue. Cool. That's cool with me. If I can do those things, I don't care if he puts something in me, man. Fuck it.
I'm cool with pedophilia now. You see that? If you guys see that fucking badness, man. This place is finished, man.
What?
If you love America, you're okay with pedophilia, man. Because pedophilia is now a way of life.
Maps. It's called maps.
Maps. It's a
Minor
sexual orientation now.
person.
To be a fucking pedophile, man.
Minor attractive person, man.
Now we have
Maps.
kids and shit.
Now they got a fucking acronym for that, man.
Maps.
This is wicked as hell, man. But this is the style of death, man. All right, you know, with
Daniel have one.
Go ahead, brother. What you got?
Oh, yeah.
you can do wisdom of Solomon.
Real quick,
I got it.
I got two real quick stories. Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So this is the only way. Following the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
And if I may say real quick, in that Proverbs, I believe it's 8, where it says, all that hate me love death.
Right.
You know, you don't like the law, statutes, and commandments, and you don't want to be disciplined and in one accord and obedience with the Most High God and what He say righteousness is, right? Then you love death. You establish your own righteousness, then you love death. You don't want to submit to the righteousness of God, then you love death. You love it. When it hit home, don't be on the news. Oh my boy, he was such a good. Shut up. You love it.
They like wearing those shirts and those necks.
Right.
Like,
You like it.
They like wearing that shit.
Yeah. The
These
spray
people,
paint.
yeah, they wear it to when they go out, when they're on a date, when they go to Walmart, Target, whatever. They're just wearing that shit.
They love death.
That's also why they never stop mourning either. You know, because it tells you the way that you're supposed to mourn is about 7 days. 7 days.
Right.
They keep going on about it. Then they basically turn their loved ones into an idol.
It goes into the wisdom of Solomon, man. It talks about. Remember, it says about his dead son, and then it basically made the people worship that man. You know.
Worship a dead thing.
That kind in the class too about the King Von motherfuckers wearing this shirt and all of that shit, man. The fucking painting over there on 64.
Bro, it be old, like, older Jakes, right? You know, they don't know the truth, but you know, they're like respectable, so-called respectable older Jakes. They'll be looking up to these little niggas that kill people, too. Oh, yeah, invite them to the school. You know, we got a special guest type of shit. To the kids. Like, what the fuck? This guy's a whole killer. But he's a special guest at the fucking elementary school.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
Hey,
Crazy, man.
Hey, speaking of special guests, the brother Yawana.
Hey,
He's tuning in, wanted to make a point. So go ahead, brother.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Yahba Shusha Brakatah, Bashim Kagadas Brakatah. You look marvelous. Hey, I just wanted to make a quick point, man, and that is, you know, because when y'all was talking about, you know, how Jake loved death, man, it reminded me of this poem that I heard. Poem, I think it's from the, I don't know if it's Dead Poets or something like that, but it talked about how Jake loves death. You know, if you ever listen to this poem, it says, you niggas dream about dying in hotels, fancy dying. You know, these niggas sing about death, man, you know, and they love death. As the scripture says, death shall be chosen rather than life by the remnant of this evil generation, man, you know. And just like as they love death, they sing about death, you know, they take hold of, because Esau was as death, you know, they take hold of his hand, you know, the Lord's going to give them what they want, man.
That's right.
You know, just like they beg for them quails until it start coming out their ears, man. It's another scripture, I don't know exactly what it's at, but it says, the daughter of Zion, who spreadeth forth her hands and bewaileth herself, she says, I am weary because of murderers, man. But that's what you wanted, man.
Right.
You know, just like the woman who played the harlot, you know, and then the Benjamites ran through her, you know. And hey, she got what she wanted, man. And that's what it is. You know, us here, we're speaking life, man. And life and death cannot coexist, man. You know, they're eventually one's going to cancel the other one out, you know?
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. So it's a little point that I wanted to make, man. You know, that's just it, man. You know, so we about to see a lot of mass death, man, and it just behooves us to stay prayed up, so we can be in stability in that time, man. You know, because you know, as the scripture says, it was accepted the punishment of the wicked and the salvation of the righteous. You know, but that's a little point I wanted to make. The water, you know, you Akim, to let me make that point, man.
Khan, the water for calling in, and you know, y'all watching y'all Shabbat Shemaka Kodash Barakatah, my brother Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, I got one to back him up. This is Proverbs 8:35.
Speak up to her.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 8, and I'm gonna start at 34. It says, Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at my posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me, findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh. But he that sinneth against me, wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Wow. All that hate Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and what he calls righteousness, because he has the copyright on what righteousness is. You know? If you don't like his righteousness, then you love death. All right?
Oh, I got one more. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So this is the only way of life, is following the Lord. Any other way is going to be a death style.
Yep.
You know?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Just to land back on what you were saying, this is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 1. It says, through desire, a man having separated himself.
Speak up to us.
Proverbs 18:1, it says, through desire, a man having separated himself. Through what desire? The desire of making it in this world, or making it in Esau's world. He seeketh and intermeddles with all wisdom, which is all the ways of this world, and the cares of this world, which is contrary to the way of living according to Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. Which, in the end, the result is death. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse, not Proverbs, 1 Timothy 1:18. It says, this I charge, I commit unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before on thee, that thou by them mightest war a good warfare, knowing and understanding what was written aforetime was written for our learning. You know, that we're being retaught this in this time right now, to understand how to fight this flesh and how to fight what's to come, man. Right,
and Yahweh Shai, he got the victory over death. He got the victory over the flesh.
That's right.
He was the greatest example of how to do it. And now we have to follow in that example. But it ain't easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's a fight. It's truly a war. And he said, fight evil with good. See, we're not fighting them with their own, you know, that's why it says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You know? So we're fighting evil with good by being in compliance and obedience to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and what the Creator says righteousness is, man.
I got
But hold on, let him finish that.
Oh, yeah, it was a little bit more. I thought you know, on that. Verse 19, holding faith and a good conscience, which some, having put away concerning faith, have made shipwreck. So that's the way to fail. You know, to not hold fast unto this, or to come into this and then fall out, man. Because what was the whole point of coming into this? You came into this because you wanted to receive the sweet things that you ate when we ate up this word, man. You wanted to receive that, understanding that you was gonna have to go through some bitterness.
Right. Hey, like Job said, should we receive good, all right, from the Most High God and not receive the evil too? We have to accept it because we have to know that. We have to experience it, but always still be about integrity, all right, and still doing what's right. Even though we trapped in this flesh that want to do everything about according to this world. They want to do everything contrary to the righteousness of the Most High God, man. All right, see, but that's where in lies the fight, the good fight of faith.
I got a quick one. Hold on, this is 2 Peter 3:1. The second epistle, beloved, I write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. So yeah, you come and we speaking life to you, to these people. These people are refusing it because they want to go back to death. We through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we trying to stir up your pure mind. We trying to give you back to the way of remembrance. But you people refuse. Only the elect is going to come back to this. You people want to stay in the darkness. Y'all want to hear it. That's why the next verse it says, knowing this first that that there should come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. And that's what y'all do. Y'all walk after your lust, your desire. Y'all not coming to the Lord. Your desire is to do wickedness.
Right. Like I've been saying recently, people, and what Esau Edom, the wicked, does, he puts liberty, freedom. See, but basically what it is you are free to die. You know what I'm saying? You're free to die as opposed to being bound to life. Bound to life's laws. All right? And discipline. So you don't want that. You just want to be free to, I don't want to, I want to do whatever I want to do. All right? And what you want to do is whatever your flesh want to do. All right? And just like the Apostle Paul said, in my flesh dwelleth no good thing. So if I'm rolling with my flesh, I'm rolling with no good thing. You know?
I have one.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, "Have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit."
Damn.
Yeah, they changed their glory for things that don't profit them, man. All right?
Damn.
See, we're supposed to be that exalted nation. All right? And the only way that we're going to get exalted is if what? We follow Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
But our people have done what? They've gone after the lust. Things that don't profit them, man. Like, they follow these idols. They commit adultery. They're bloodshedders. All right? They're into drugs. They're into all sorts of wickedness, man. But hey, if there, whatever type of wickedness is out there, best believe it, Jake is gonna be in it and be in the forefront, man.
Right. Well, it says that my people are more wicked than the wicked. You know. But hold on. Go ahead. Finish.
Okay, and I was gonna make a point too. It's crazy because I was watching this video the other day or yesterday. You know, Jay can't get they substance out here, so they in the pen. They in there smoking rat poison. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, man, this is, hey man, that's how low Jake has gotten though, man. That's how low Jake has gotten. All right. And you see, but see, this is what happens when you follow the man of sin, man. Okay, this is the result of it. All right. See, our people aren't supposed to be like this, but it is what it is. Right now, we're in that lowest state, you know. But eventually, man, we're gonna get out of this lower state. The Lord is gonna give us salvation, and with salvation comes what? The transformation and the glorification and the dominion. And soon, very, very soon, we're not gonna be in the chains of darkness anymore, man. And we're gonna have new bodies, man. We're gonna have that new mind. All right, we're gonna be gods on this earth, man. Okay, and we're gonna push righteousness. Hey, best believe we're gonna push righteousness. That's right. Okay, because look, man, Esau pushes wickedness. All right, and that's the man of sin. What do you think the man of a godly man is gonna push? He's gonna push righteousness. Okay, that's Isaiah the 2nd chapter.
Yeah, I got a little bit more to get this. This is back in verse 12.
Hold up.
It says, "Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns."
That's why it says, "Drink out of thy own cistern." You're not supposed to be dibbling and dabbling, going all over the place. This good.
Right. Every wind of doctrine.
You know?
Right. Tossed to and fro. You know. But go ahead.
It says, "They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water."
Wow. And that's, jump down to 21 real quick. And this is what happened to us. Go ahead.
Verse 21. It says, "Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant, a strange vine unto me?"
See, how did we, the Israelites, the special chosen children, turn from being the holy, righteous seed to a degenerate plant? All right? Why? Because we drunk out of the cisterns of the heathens and didn't drink out of our own cistern, which was follow the way that the Most High gave us. All right? We follow the way of the Most High, then we live. If we wander out of that way, like the brother just read, we die. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass is a master's crib. but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
See, that was a part of our punishment, man. That the Most High was going to pluck us off our land, scatter us amongst all nations, all right? And they were going to Psalms 83 us, all right? They take the name of Israel out of our remembrance, all right? And taking the name of Israel out of our remembrance, it takes our customs, our ways, the ways of life that he gave us out of our remembrance as well. And so now we're in subjection to these heathens doing their heathenistic ways. And that's why we die. All right? So we don't know who we are. You got it. Yeah.
Verse 4, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Yeah, it's talking about you Israelites.
Yeah.
A sinful nation laden with iniquity. Hey, we read it, I don't know if you read it during this lesson right now, but I know, in class, we brought up that, I think that was Jeremiah, all right? You know, they're wise to do evil, our people.
Yep.
Our people can tell you how to scam,
yep,
how to cheat, how to commit adultery, all right? How to sell fucking crack, make crack, you know what I'm saying? They could, man, hey, the brother was talking about, you had a dude that knew how to roll a blunt with no fucking hands, man.
Oh, right, yeah.
He could roll it with his damn elbows, man.
Right.
That's some wild ass shit. Our people are all messed up, man.
Is that it?
Just one more. Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards.
You see that? They have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They have forsaken the ways of righteousness, the ways of life. We have forsaken that and went into the ways of unrighteousness, into the ways of death. Go ahead.
Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will be revoked more and more.
No matter what you go through, Jake gonna always find a way to party and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so-called have some fun. All right? They're gonna put the straight gate off of them, and it's the straight gate that's purifying and perfecting us.
And even with the lockdown, so-called lockdown, with that CB bullshit, you know, they found the way to don't party still, you know, still kick it, all of that. You just like Jake just don't fucking take accountability for nothing, man. Even when this is some so-called, even though it was bullshit, but it's just like, god damn.
You had Katrina, man. You had the whole situation out there in New Orleans. They got blasted, man, right by a hurricane, and you know they were humble for about a year or two. Around 3, 4, 5 years later, back on bullshit, man. On Bourbon Street. Doing all sorts of fucking folly and wickedness. Jake don't take shit serious, man. It's fucking crazy.
Can't stop.
Right.
Just stop already.
The whole head is sick.
Yeah, the whole head is sick. Keep going.
And the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head. There is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises.
You're not sound, man, alright? Meaning you don't have a clear mind. Alright? A right mind. Our people are full of filth. Okay? And when I say that, I'm talking about in their minds. Hey, we all deal with, spirits and demons, so we understand that, that filth is even still in us. But these people, man, if you could, just peep into their brain, man, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? You're like, God damn.
See, but at least we're all through the spirit power, Yahweh, we're purging, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're purging, just like it says in that St. John 15, man. We're being purged from the corruption and the defilement, all right, that happened to us as well. All right, and we're steady, trying to put off the old man and not be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. All right, was there some more there?
Yeah, there's still more. The head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and purifying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither moldified with ointment.
See, and this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the ointment. All right, this is how to cure and cleanse us. All right, giving heed to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth. Yep. Shatar, you had a point?
Oh,
Oh, you was done? Okay. Go ahead.
Oh
Shamar.
well, it's just like the elder was saying, man. We the best at everything we do, and we at the lead on wickedness, man.
Yeah.
How to sell dope to our people,
Yeah.
how to kill our people, anything wickedness. We at the top of it, man.
Well, anything, period, we at the top. We're the best at everything,
exactly.
like you said.
It's
just that Esau, Edom, that's all they could do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they were made.
Right.
See, we'll wind up just taking something and just making it even more. You know, you have a regular, heathen homosexual. That's a regular, Then you get our people homosexuals, doing all the extra shit.
Even when they look like the other nations, you like that's a damn
right.
Florida thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's the spirit you said that because if you notice, every side has the spirit of the black woman. It don't matter what nation they are. Just observe it, bro.
Yeah.
It's so bugged out, bro.
It is.
Every nation of a side got the spirit of the black woman.
Yeah.
Which they go back to our people and that wickedness, man.
Well, that's what I.
Yep. Go ahead,
that's what I was trying to say, and we done took a page out of Esau playbook, and we done pretty much took it to another level, man. Ezekiel 9:9, it says, "Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is full of blood."
Both kingdoms, man. All right.
Yeah, both kingdoms, no other king and southern kingdom. Jake, we just then took it, like I say, took a page from Esau, but we done took it to another level, man. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, you know what I'm saying? And the land is full of blood, and the city full of perversiveness. For they say, the Lord hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not.
That's Ezekiel 8.
This is Ezekiel 9:9.
Yeah, our people don't think the Lord. Can you get that? Was it that Ecclesiastes 8:11? The reason why they don't think that the Lord can, or the Lord has seen all this stuff is because their judgment doesn't happen immediately.
Right.
So they're like, okay, cool, I can still wear this dress. All right, like Bad Bunny. This dude got fucking heels on a dress, fucking flexing, bro. This shit's fucking crazy, man.
That shit bugged out. And it made me think of that Scary Movie 2 when they opened up Shorty's brain. And he said, "This is your brain on drugs." Because you was making that point, you going to their brain. This is how these niggas is, man. This bugged out, man. You look into their brain. That's all they about is folly. Like, they just want to do some bugged out shit, man. Like, hey, man, these movies they be putting out here be telling a lot of truth about these so-called Negroes, Latinos.
It says, what is it, art imitates life? Roughly
Ecclesiastes.
Oh, yeah.
Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Exactly. Since that judgment doesn't come right away, hey, their minds is just set to do evil.
Right.
They're like, what? You don't want to commit adultery with that chick? Fuck it, man. I'll do it then. I'm first in line, buddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Push you off the way and shit. That's how we are.
The wicked's mindset was that it says you altogether thought the Most High was such a one as yourself. All right, because he hadn't punished you. Because the scriptures talk about that he's punishing us, his special chosen children, so we to be chastened, so we can be morally improved. He said, not with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish. You see, because he's allowing them to have a bound that they cannot pass. All right, but he's allowed them that. So now they think that, oh, the Most High on their squad. That's why all these heathen nations that make up their own gods, all right, and they actually do the stuff and whatever it is that they do because they think that, oh, he real. They think that their God is real. All right?
If I may, Elder, but we don't get them kind of pass. Seem like when Jake, for me, as soon as I fuck up, something bad happened to my ass, and I, like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, where this come from? What the fuck going on?
That's
so
it.
I try not to do nothing wrong no more, because as soon as you do it, it seems like judgment be right behind you, Joe.
That's it.
Right on, hanging on your tail, Joe. And man, I don't know, but we get chastised as soon as we fuck up, man.
That's
all these other nations, they just they can keep on, and you be wondering how they keep doing this shit. No, nothing never happened.
What Esdras in that Esdras 3, you know, he was like, man, I done went there, here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flowing wealth and think not upon thy commandments, man. He said, weigh our wickedness in the balance and theirs also, and you'll see that your name is nowhere but in Israel. All right, these heathen ain't thinking about you. No one is keeping your precepts. All right, but the Israelites. All right, but we didn't do it perfectly. But it's the elect that's fighting to be perfect, fighting and trying. All right. But
yeah, this is 2 Maccabees 6:12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
It's just like when a parent see their child with a bunch of other children doing something bad that can hurt them or get them killed or whatever, they're gonna go and get their child, all right, and punish them. You know, they gonna go get their child because you know they're accountable for their child. You know, they ain't worried about Miss Jenkins' kids. You know what I'm saying? Or little Leroy's kids. You know what I'm saying? They go and punish their child. Why they punish him? Because they hate him and trying to kill him? No, because they love him and want them to learn a lesson. So the same thing with the Most High God and his special chosen children, us, the Israelites. He's punishing us because he loves us. It says, what son do he chasten? Not. He said, if you be without chastisement, then are ye bastards and not sons. You know? Well, go ahead.
It says, verse 13. For it is a token of his great goodness.
See, it's a sign. A token means a sign. It's a sign of the Most High God, the Creator's great goodness towards us people, his special people. Go ahead.
It says, when wicked doers are not suffered any long time.
You see, when we do wickedly, his special chosen children, we're not suffered or allowed any long time, but
forthwith punished.
But forthwith punished. Forthwith meaning immediately. We're immediately punished. Go ahead.
It says, for not as with other nations.
Not as with other nations, because he don't forthwith punish them. That's what we just read in that Ecclesiastes, for sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. See, but it's executed speedily on the special chosen children, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish.
See, he's patiently forbearing to punish these heathen nations.
Till they become to the fullness of their sins.
Till they come to the fullness of their sins. You see, they got to reach that fullness, the bounds that they cannot pass. And while they cannot pass it, they're still going to reach that bounds. All right? And that's why it says how the Lord is long suffering. He's suffering. All right? Because he's the Most High God is bound to his word. And he gave the wicked a amount of time to reach that bounds. All right? You got something? Oh, that was it, right? Oh, so like
it says, so dealeth he with us. It says, lest that being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us. And therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us. And though he punish with adversity, yet does he never forsake his people.
Wow. You see, he never forsakes his people. All right? The Israelites, even though he punishes us, even though he sends us through all the trials, the tribulations, the temptations, and he's given us over into these heathen nations, and we're in subjection to them, with the bottom of the bottom, going through all manner of, things, all right? He's never going to forsake us, Ooh, somebody got something?
And this kind of goes with what he was talking about.
Speak up to
They have said, Psalms 83 and 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And this is what these heathen nations have done. And it's a part of our punishment that they're able to do these things. All right? And also just simply the experiences that we had to go through. Go ahead. Oh, was that it? Oh, that was
I just got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Yep. See, the heathen nations are confederate against the Most High and the Most High's special chosen children, man. All right? Because they want to live their heathenistic way. All right, because once we're in power, ain't no, you can just do what you want to do and live how you want to live and live a heathenistic death style. All right, you're gonna have to live a lifestyle. And while the heathen nations in the kingdom, they won't be perfect like the Israelites. All right, but sin is not gonna be as prevalent as it is today. Because we gonna be the seed. Okay, ain't no coexist with death. Nah, the order of the day is gonna be life, man.
That's right.
All right.
I got something for you. This is Isaiah chapter 2. I'll start at 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the tops of the mountains.
See, that's a prophecy right there, man. And it's going to come to pass. All right. The mountains represents, like governments and stuff. So the governments and the rule of the Israelites is being established, man. All right, but go ahead.
And it says, "It shall be exalted above the hills."
Ooh, it's going to be exalted above these heathen nations and their established governments and rules and set of rules and regulations that they got. All right, now we're going to be set above that because our ways is above that because the Most High gave us His ways. All right, go ahead.
It says, "And all nations shall flow unto it, and many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and He will teach us His ways, and we will walk in His paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." You see? Hey, we're going to be pushing forth the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai. These nations, they're going to come to us to learn the right way. Now, as Adeliak said, are they going to be perfect? Are they going to fall? Of course, because they're what? Still in the flesh. All right, but they're going to practice, our ways. All right, just like right now, what do? They practice Esau's ways. They go after him. They follow after him.
Yep, because he's in power right now.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Psalm chapter 67, verse 1. It says, "To the chief musician of Neganah, a psalm with song. The Most High be merciful unto us, and bless us, and cause His face to shine upon us. Salah. That Thy way may be known upon earth, Thy saving health among all nations." Which is going to start with us, man, because we're going to be the leading government and leading power over the earth under Yahweh Shai and King David. Through that spirit that the Lord is going to put upon us. No man teaching every man his neighbor to know the Lord, for all shall know Him, man, because we're going to all be righteous.
I got one for you. This 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. "Then cometh the end, when He shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, when He shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For He must reign till He has put all enemies under His feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death." So when Yahushua comes, He's basically going to vanquish everything that has to do with death. Anything that's acquainted with death, anything that has to do with that, which at the forefront of that is Esau, man. Esau, he pushes death. He is death. He increases his desire as death. He can't be satisfied, man. So the Lord is going to put him away.
That's right. So it's not going to be, death is not going to be in power no more.
That's right.
Wicked is not going to be in power no more. All right. Righteousness is going to be the power. Right?
This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be..."
Can you start at 5, bro?
This is Romans 8 and 5. "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit."
You see, this world, they have that fleshly mindset, man. So they go after their flesh, which ultimately leads to what? A death style, man. Okay, all right. You see, the hopeful righteous elect, they're trying to walk in the spirit, okay, and so they don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. They're trying to live a real lifestyle, okay, to the best of their abilities. You always say it. Right now, we're just rehearsing the righteous acts, okay? But look, in the kingdom, we're really going to be performing, all right? you know, we're going to be performing these acts, you know, 100%.
That's right.
All right? Which is going to lead to what? Immortality.
Righteousness is immortal.
That's it.
Salvation.
What you got?
I got one. This is 2nd Esdras 7, and I'm gonna start at 33. This is, and the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong, and the works shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule.
Wicked deeds shall bear no rule. You see what I'm saying? See, the wicked was able to bear rule now. And because wickedness bear rule right now, people wanted to be wicked. Because they wanted a part of the rule. They wanted a part of the riches. All right? See, but like one of my faves, Psalms 92, it says, a brutish man knoweth not, neither doth the fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all of the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. You see? So if you want a portion of the wicked, all right, then you're going to have to get a portion of the wicked's reward.
Yep.
All of it. All of it.
Yep. What you got, brother?
This is Sirach 41:8. It says, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, your God. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction.
You see, if you increase, it shall be to your destruction, man. If you increase here in this present evil world, it's going to be to your destruction, man. Because here it is, it's Yahushua that should be increased. And if you're not glorifying him, and if you're not about that, all right, then death to you. You know? You got some more of that?
Says,
that was it?
Verse 9, and if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse, and if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. All that are of the earth shall turn to earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction.
Damn. And so you're going to get destroyed, man. All right? That's why I said in that Wisdom of Solomon 2, he that hold to his side, do find it. You hold to the side of the wicked, you hold to the side of death, that's what you're going to find, death.
That's why it says in that Wisdom of Solomon, I think the 3rd chapter, the last verse, horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation. There's nothing good is going to come out of this, man. All right, if you follow a death style, man, you're gonna dwell in torments. All right, you're gonna know death by pain.
That's it.
You know that's your latter end.
That's it.
You know.
You want to finish off with it? Oh, was you still holding?
I still have Romans.
Yeah, if you can finish it.
This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 6 now. It says, for to be carnally minded is death.
That's right.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
You see, to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And to be spiritually minded is worshiping the Most High, because he said that he's a spirit. And so those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. All right, rolling what he say righteousness is, and not submitting yourselves to your own, well, not establishing your own righteousness, all right, but submit yourselves to the righteousness of the Most High God, man. That's being spiritual. If you submit yourself to the righteousness of God, then you spiritual. If you establish your own righteousness, or you rolling with another mere mortal who established his own righteousness, then you carnal. All right, it's as simple as that. So we can end it off right here in this Wisdom of Solomon. You were done with that, brother? All right, with this Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17. It says, for the very true beginning of her, talking about wisdom that comes from the mind of the Most High God, is the desire of discipline. Yep. All right, you have to desire to be disciplined as opposed to being free to do whatever you want to do. It says, and the care of discipline is love. and love is the keeping of her laws.
Right.
But they're done away with that.
Right.
That's the old law.
Right. See, that's what man say because they want to be free to die. You know what I'm saying? So they want to say the laws, all right, of life everlasting. Oh, well, that's done away with. You know, this is what they'll say because they love this present evil world. They love to do whatever it is they flesh wants and want to do. They love to be carnally minded. You know, so they can soothe their flesh.
You know how the scriptures say, like Jacob said, "Oh, he's delaying his coming. We got more time."
Right.
See, Esau, he knows he got a short time, but Esau, who don't know the elites and what they know, they just think this is what it is.
Yeah.
And this is how it should be.
Right.
I was watching the one of them transformers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doing a little thing in front of kids, whatever. And they're just a philosophy. Everyone should have a right to do whatever they want and know and have a choice. Bam. That's that ideology is what is brought wickedness to do what in the Maccabees it said wickedness when they came into rulership, when the Ptolemies, wickedness multiplied. And so when you have that mentality as you're speaking on, wickedness multiplies because everybody can. If you had 8 billion people on the planet with 8 billion philosophies and 8 billion ways to do whatever, that's when you have 8 billion. That's how Babylon is confused and fucked. Because anybody can do what they want.
Hey, you might as well let a baby do what they let them stick the fork in the socket.
Let them figure it out themselves.
Yeah, let them let them put the just anything in their mouths and stuff like that. You know, let them just do whatever. You know, see, because these people are like children.
That's it.
You know, they're like children. Brute beasts.
That's what King David said.
Yeah. All right, the weak nature. You know, they roll with the weak nature, and you can just do whatever it is you want to do.
I was going to add a point about in Greeks, during the time of the Greeks.
Speak up, brother.
When the wickedness began to be multiplied, there's also when a lot of Greek philosophers started to bring out the idea of free will, free thought, stuff like that. You know, that's when those philosophers started to push things like that.
That's it. That's it. Yep. Yeah. Just do whatever it is you want to do. Nah, man. You can't do what you just like you have. They can't do what they want to do.
See
all right?
how long that lasts. See how long that lasts.
Right. Exactly. You see?
It hasn't been doing a good job. Look at the world today.
So going back to this Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 18, it says, "And love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption." So you won't be corrupt with carnality. You won't be corrupt with some ways that's outside of the ways of what the Most High called righteousness, man. You won't be defiled, okay?
And that incorruption will be ultimately the new bodies and the angelic bodies. This will get you to the kingdom if you're an Israelite.
Hey, it says, "And incorruption maketh us near to God."
There you go.
Incorruption, if you're not corrupt with your own way, you establish him what you like, your way. Nah, we gotta totally, wholly, solely roll with the way of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. What he say is right from wrong. What his do's and don'ts. Roll with that. Then that make you near to him. And it says, verse 20, "Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom, an everlasting kingdom." You see, it says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." You see, these heathen nations, they had a downfall. They didn't rule forever because they established their own righteousness. You see? But there's only one way to rule forever. All right? And that's if you rule it with the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it says, "Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom."
That's right.
"If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom." All right? Forget, like I always say now, forget chasing a bag. All right, we gonna dole out the bags, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Forget chasing one. I want to be the one to be like, you know, you've been all right, you've been well, okay, you go a bag. You know what I'm saying? What about you? Right? You know what I'm saying? See, the kings, man.
Yes, sir.
If your delight be in ruling, all right, and I'm talking about ruling the world, everything is ours. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So it says, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom. Now, if your delight is in, you know, going to work and, you know, clocking in and chasing the bag, you know what I'm saying, and chasing the so-called American dream, all right, which is a scheme, you know what I'm saying, the American scheme, you know, all right, yeah, if you like being just a peasant, all right, a subject, all right, wicked, okay, then honor your own, you know, established righteousness, all right, but if your delight be in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. You know? And the wisdom of the Most High God is one. All right? It ain't yours. It ain't his. It ain't his. No, it's one. It comes from the mind of the Most High God, man. All right? So,
no, I was just going to make a point. Well, in Genesis, the first chapter, you know, it's at the end of the seventh day, he said what? That he's seen it, and he's seen that it was good. When you go into that word good, it goes into excellent, perfect. So everything he made and how he made it is perfect. And when you read Wisdom of Solomon, it tells you that what? Before he did anything, he thought of it.
That's it.
You know, so he, you know, so he created everything, and he created, the Lord thought about the rules and everything, how was the perfect way and everything.
Yeah.
So if you go outside of that, when the Lord said it was perfect, that means you're telling the Lord that, no, you know what, you did a mistake here.
Yeah, yeah. You meant, yeah, pride. That's pride, you know.
Yeah. Scripture says when you're prideful, you're going to spew out abominations, man. All right? And then they're going to suddenly be destroyed, man. I forgot how it's exactly worded in Sirach. So that's what happens.
Right. It said, who can counsel the Most High God, man? Who have taught him? The Most High made you, fool. Like the apostles say, man. What's wrong with witches? You know? What you got?
Yeah, just real quick, elaborate on what he said. Good, you know it.
That's it?
Yes.
Alright, you know, with that, you know, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom and a Baba Ball.